at some degree that helps me kind of like put a structure. Okay. Hi guys, how are you? It's been years since my last upload, and when I actually look back at my very first vlog, I just like cringe.
So hello YouTube and hello internet, this is Mary's Burrito.
And I guess it's everyone when they look at something very old and then they just see how way different they are as compared to what they are now. It's so weird. So anyway, welcome back to my channel, and today just to introduce myself to the people who haven't gotten a chance to know me, if you're new here and you totally have no idea about me, I'm Clarice. I am right now situated in the city of New York, and I grew up in Manila. I grew up specifically in Navota City, which is the fishing capital of the Philippines. I'm fond of drawing. I really enjoy my time drawing portraits and female leads and concepts about the human mind, emotions, and different ideas, illustrating ideas. That's my thing. I work right now as a freelance designer, and previously I've been dabbling with fashion design. I recently opened a Twitch account. Right now I'm actually planning just to upload my edited videos from my Twitch. The link I will be posting on the description. I have like a few uploads there, I have a few highlights there, but I haven't entirely uploaded or edited everything, so I'm planning to do that and hopefully do more of the lifestyle and art vlogs. So meaning lifestyle, I was planning to record theme videos, what's in my bag, routines, discussing about books I've been reading, and all those kind of stuff. And also I've been thinking about art time lapse. I started this like Instagram story series where I did some time lapse with my favorite music, overlapping those videos, and I really got good feedback there. Those are the stuff I'm planning to do and upload. So I will be talking about a reintroduction about me. I'll be just discussing like the stuff I'm planning to upload on this YouTube channel and how I've been, kind of like a life update, and also the stuff that keeps me sane during this pandemic. I mean, right now I live in the city. I'm here in New York. I just moved here 2 years ago, and it's so weird to be seeing the city so deserted. Since I just moved here, 2 years ago, it's such a weird experience and a weird space for me, because I was expecting, or in a way I was, of me experiencing New York as a very crowded place, a very populated place with lots of people. The idea of overstimulation is kind of like how I would describe New York, but right now it's just so weird. So 2020 was a very bad year. I've had so many highs and lows, and it's just like a freaking roller coaster of emotions for me personally, rather than being like saying like, oh, 2021 is a piece of dude. I wanted to have like a sense of closure with it and kind of like process it, especially now during the first quarter of 2021. I'll try to do the most that I could with the stuff I have. That's like the mindset for me. So what has been keeping me sane? Definitely number one would be spacing out. Another term that you would call it is meditation. I mean, meditation has a lot of haters and also a lot of people who like it. for me personally, meditation works, and I love this app called Headspace, and it's just not sponsored, and I wish they would sponsor me in the future. I would be able to work with them, but I do love the app Headspace because every time I wake up, my phone is charged. I will get up and get my phone, go to that app, and just like zone out with music. There are specific courses on ideas or like concepts like restlessness, focus, regaining your focus, and all different kinds of courses that you want to work on, and it's a guided meditation. And for me, since I'm a scatterbrain, at some degree that helps me kind of like put a structure. Okay, it's how it has different courses to work with. Like if you're thinking of doing a course about restlessness, if you've been restless, there's going to be a guided meditation on how you can train your mind to kind of like not think about restlessness, but how to approach restlessness and how to deal with those kinds of things in your head or in your brain, how you approach them is what I'm saying. Second favorite thing that has been keeping me sane is journaling. I actually got this journaling habit a year ago from a book I've read. It's called Artist's Way. It's written by Julia Cameron. I believe she is a writer, but correct me if I'm wrong because I have very bad memory. So basically, she wrote about Artist's Way. It's kind of like a boot camp, and you can answer like a worksheets in book format, and it just discusses this specific habit of writing on 3 blank pages every single day, just to dump out your ideas, emotions, and any junk that is in your head, first thing in the morning. So let me show you my dollar store notebook. And the reason why I get dollar notebooks is because these come in like spring here, and you can see it is lined. So it's like, this one has 180 sheets and it's 5.5 inches by 4, so it's very handy. So I just take this whenever I go and ride the subway. It's like a perfect time to write, especially if it's like a long ride. But now, since the pandemic started, I don't really commute. I did write on 3 pages, as you can see here. 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't need to be strictly like exactly 3 pages, but you know what I mean. You just like dump your ideas, what I was feeling last night or what I was feeling when I woke up today, just to check in with myself. And I think it's very important to do that so you don't get freaking distracted in the middle of the day doing the most important things that you need to do, and then suddenly a weird freaking thought comes and kind of like messes with your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah, journaling is the best. Any notebook works. I just tend to go for the cheap ones because number 1 is cheap, and second, it works. Third thing that has been keeping me sane is caring for a plant. Caring for anything. If you have a pet, good for you. But here in our apartment, pets aren't allowed. And I wish pets were allowed so that I could have brought my dog in the Philippines. But right now, my dad's taking care of my dog. I wish I had a dog with me. Right now, my pet is my plant. So I'll be showing you my plants. Right now, they are kind of sad because the heater and the winter has been rough lately. The very hot heater is not helping. So I've been trying to equalize it by opening the window and also turning on the humidifier. Also helps the plants to kind of like stay hydrated in some way. Hopefully by springtime it will be better for the plant, and hopefully they will have a better chance at living. is it the fourth thing that's keeping me sane? Is reading. Okay, I recently have been reading this book. It's called The Beauty of Everyday Things by Soetsu Yanagi. So this book is actually talking about the relationship of humans with everyday items in their homes and in their culture and society as general. What I like about this book is that it speaks about how the things around us they have more life to them if we use them daily and we respect the things around us. If we become stewards of the things around us, the things around us which we care for will serve us back and will be of service to us. So it also explains the provenance of different fabrics, textiles, and handicrafts from Japan. So, and I think the Japanese culture is one of those cultures that, every detail of anything has a story. And yeah, that's currently the book that I am reading, and hopefully I'll be writing about this book and relating those concepts to art. The fifth thing that has been keeping me sane is drawing. I mean, I have been drawing since I can remember. It's in a way therapeutic for me, but not so much right now because I do art as a living as well. So I do render services that require drawing and illustration. So sometimes it's frustrating for me. I mean, for me as a young artist that's starting her career, it's also challenging to compartmentalize what is personal art and what is professional art. I just want to share one of the pages of my sketchbook, which is actually a private thing, but I do share selectively. Since a lot of my ideas are here, I just want to kind of like process them more into a more refined version before I share them. But when I do feel like I want to share them ASAP, I do. I guess this one would be like a raw drawing. So here is a pen. Here is a pen, and there's some eye, and the eye, there are some tears holding the pen, and at the top of the pen is a girl balancing on top of the writing instrument, and there's like a hole under where she can possibly fall. This one is a robot, supposedly, so this is a quick sketch. This is a robot, and this is a human version of the robot, and the human version is kind of like refocusing, or kind of like trying to tilt the robot's head into a specific direction. So this one is actually the inspiration for the final piece for the artwork for my Dear Artist blog post number 4, which is about 3 notes on refocusing your art for 2021. And I actually made some guide sheets to go with that. So if you do read the blog post, you can print out the guide sheets, and with that, you can kind of like compartmentalize what is your first aid kit or your antidote if you're feeling something, or if you have like a distracting feeling or thought. What is your antidote for that, and what is your non-negotiables list? And I'll just add like a link to that in the description so you can check that out if you're interested, because for the past 2 weeks I've been reading a lot of books on how to be a more intentional artist and human per se, but it's been challenging because it's a trial and error. So what worked for me, I designed and placed it onto like a guide sheet and designed it. So it's free, just like you feel free to download. It will be in the description. Artwork I like is this. I would say this is an artwork inspired by The Last of Us. This is Ellie. And if you're not familiar with The Last of Us franchise, it's actually a game on PlayStation, and it follows the story of a girl who is immune from a specific virus that has caused havoc on the, on the whole world. So it's really interesting. I mean, again, this is inspired by The Last of Us. I post a lot of that on my Instagram, so I mean, I hope people are not tired of it, but you know, I just like processing things, and I just like I like going back to stuff over and over again. I mean, alternately, so there. So those are the 5 things that keep me sane during this quarantine. And like I mentioned earlier, most of the things that I talked about is actually from the guide sheet or worksheet. If you want to know about your own stuff, like I mean, if you have your own set of non-negotiables or like a routine that would keep you, you know, on track and feel that you are still in control of something, you know, and it's just everything's so erratic right now. We don't really know where to stand and what to do per se, because there are the boundaries and the physical spaces are just like all pushed into our homes, and it's hard to distinguish what's work, what's not work, what's personal life, what is. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you have a specific request of what you want to see from me, feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell for the notifications, so you will be notified for every video that I upload. You guys will download and read the blog post, I mean, if you have the time and if you're interested, and let me know what you think. And just feel free to DM me or just message me on Instagram, because that's where I'm usually at. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!